setback do you feel like tonight was?
I mean, when you lose a game, you're always disappointed of how you play. Wish you would have found a way to win. But I don't see it as a setback. I just see it as a learning experience, and knowing that we have 4 more other potentials to kind of learn from this one. But just disappointed of how we didn't win it for the crowd.
What do you reckon are the biggest lessons you take out of it with a view to correcting it in game 2?
Just like probably any playoff thing, just being able to handle the physicality of it, and find a way to just keep trusting in your teammates and not settle for certain things. So just at the end of the day, the physicality, keep trusting your teammates, and keep playing the pace that kind of got us here.
You're surprised how the game seemed to flip at half time. You got 53 points on the board, you're leading by 10, and you have a 14-point third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that happens when, once again, the ball gets stuck, and, you stop doing what got you that 10-point lead at half. Like I said, our guys probably disappointed themselves on how they shot the ball and certain individuals played, but at the end of the day, we get it, and we will learn from it, and we'll bounce back on Wednesday.
You still led at three-quarter time. I guess, was it disappointing that you couldn't go on for the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we missed some chippies. We missed some chippies in the inside the paint. I know, like I said, Sampson would want to get one back. Lucky missed a layup here and there. And then Trey and Tyler weren't able to find their groove. So yeah, then Deli and Illy start making shots that we kind of forced them into making. And then then when Chris Goulden get going and Clark hits one of those tough corner shots, and they get the roll.
You did a good job on the building floor for most of the time, and I'd say it's still a good job. You only got 14 points. Is it disappointing that you didn't have a huge game and still couldn't get the win?
I mean, they got to find other ways to score. So tip my hat off to them. But Swag did a really good job. The team really good job of containing Goulden as long as we could. But then his teammates had to step up, and that's what some of them did.
JT, what's the key to maximising Sam? Because he found his groove early on, but also you went to that small ball lineup down the stretch. What do you like about that over playing Sam down the stretch?
Nothing really. We're just trying to find a way to exploit them. They're at the end of the day they starting to guard Sam solid, and and I'm not sure if he was second guessing himself or whatever, but then as they were doing that, they were coming back, right? And we wanted to find a way to gain advantage or have Rob Lowe or Lee to come out that paint a little bit and see if they can guard Darius or TB. So it was just we know this is Sam's series. We still have much faith and trust in him that he's going to bounce back on Wednesday. So it was just trying to find ways to get a different rhythm out there.
You guys got a lot of good looks in the first half. For those floppy stuff that you guys run. Why do you think you weren't able to get similar looks in the second half?
I mean, Melbourne, they picked it up, the physicality. I guess they were very physical in that paint. Shea Illy played 30-some minutes and no fouls. So if, those the guys get away with what they can get away with, they'll probably throw our adjustment off on our offensive sets a little bit. But, we got to play through the physicality and not let things like that bother us.
Is that the message to Tyler and Trey, who both finished in single digits today?
Yeah. I mean, it's not too much you need to say to guys like that, because when they're in that locker room and they're disappointed, and you can see them more harder on themselves than anybody else. So you just reminded, hey, we still believe, we still trust in you. You bounced back last time when you both had a horrific game. So I want to see why you can do it again.
17 overboards, JT.
Yeah.
Some of your, over the game when some of your principles probably fell away there too, that one sort of primary moment.
Yeah, that was major because we wanted to do to them what they did to us on offensive rebounds. I think that was probably the factor of how they start separating themselves from us with the 17 offensive rebounds, giving a team like that multiple shots. Something's bound to go in, and once they gain that momentum, it kind of affected us.
Do you have any concerns about the coverage on Chris and how much that's leaving other guys open?
Yes and no. I think so we want Wani and our main defenders to make it difficult for them, but then the other guys really got to stay in front of Deli and Illy. So that's my challenge to them. We can't not overcompensate on everything. Somebody got to really guard their yard. So I think that'll be a point of emphasis this week.
Justin, was there an overriding emotion in the dressing room afterwards? Disappointment at losing home court advantage, or resolve to fight back on Wednesday?
The thing is, the conversation was that probably both teams were saying the first team to win on the road has a better chance of winning the championship, right? And they struck first. So what the good thing is that we can come back and tie it on up. Once we tie it on up 1-1, then, at the end of the day, all that thrown out the window. So it wasn't, my motion in the locker room was like, this is a 5-game series. So win or lose, we still have to play to win. We still have to win 2 more, right? So now we got to find a way to win 3. So it wasn't too overly excited, overly emotional, just find a way to stick to the plan.
Is there a reason game rather than playing minutes?
It was just the flow of the game. I felt that, they would have probably kind of done something that they did with Davo. Let's put a bigger guard on him and force him to shoot, which, we don't want to put certain guys in that situation if we don't have to. And, we felt Davo's ability to get downhill was something that we would live with, and we'll use DG as needed.
They did that to last season in the semifinals. They put big on Davo. How do you react to that?
We still got good looks. Davo got like 3 layups that he just missed. So, I think we still point of emphasis, still attack the bigs when we can, but he still has to go and maybe do some dribble handoffs with T-Raw or Trey or something like that to make the big respect that. But we'll adjust to it.
Yeah, it's not the way you cricket does.
Justin, just on again, how much do you think a performance like this would kind of motivate him and kind of fire him up for the next game?
Well, you guys seen his reaction, after he played well, after he played bad the first game, and his reaction next one. So, like I said, Trey and Tyler are true professionals. I don't really need to harp on too much. Just find ways to kind of ask them to see how can we get you going, and then and motivate them and let them know that we're still, everything's going to be fine. So I think Trey is going to, and Tyler's going to come back. I know for sure on Wednesday, ready to go.
It's just been a few questions about your interaction with Omega from the other night. Can you just clarify the interaction there? You said the line something along the lines of you don't like my kind. What did you mean by that?
You can take it as you want. I don't remember the situation, and all I was worried about is today's game.
Do you have any issues with him refereeing the games in the future?
Nah, referees are who they are. They are who they are. There's nothing to be said about them. The thing is, whatever I say about officials or don't say about officials, the NBL will use it against me, just like they just used my quotes from the last game that they fined me for to pump this game up. So the officials in the NBL don't need to get extra attention. It's all about wins and losses with us and the Hawks. Good.
Sorry. Yeah, I was going to ask a question about the championship. And how do you and the boys work on coming back in that second game, knowing that it's going to be tough on one road, as you're going to have the crowd against you?
Yeah, we won on the road many times this year. I think we had one of the best road records this season. So, like I said, these guys are professionals. They know what to expect. We are probably one of the best teams, after a loss to come back to regain our confidence and find a way to win. So, if it's on the road or at home, don't make a difference. Our guys will be better. Thank you.